Hi, I'm Mr. Dean, and it's kids' time at St. John on the Desert. Today, we're going to read a book. The book is by Dan Santat, and it's called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. Here we go. After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. He went to the Kings County Hospital. Fortunately, all the King's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There are some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue.
Is he sad?
I think so. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things.
Like the cereal on the top shelf?
Free toy.
Free toy?
Bolo cookies. I walked past that wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. And then one day, an idea flew by.
What's that?
Can you see the idea that flew by?
Is it a paper airplane?
It's a paper airplane. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right.
Wow.
My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen.
Uh-oh.
They always do.
Oh.
I think it flew over the wall.
Oh, no, he lost his airplane.
I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent out working on my plane and all the other things I missed. But the higher I decided I was going to climb that wall.
Oh.
But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid.
He got to the top.
Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling.
What's happening to him, Mr. Dean?
Look, there are cracks. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up and flew away. And learned how to fly.
So inside he was a bird all the time.
Inside the egg was a bird all the time. And what do we say at the end of the book? The end.